Carrie Brown, and I am one of the second grade teachers here at Westside Elementary. I am going to click our screen over, so there will be a small delay, and I am going to introduce to you what does math look like as a second grader. So, just like Mrs. Foyt introduced for Readers and Writers Workshop, in math, we will be utilizing the workshop model. So what does that look like on a daily basis? Students, we start the lesson with a whole group mini lesson. Students will be exposed to the skill that we are learning or that we are introducing. They will be given some application time to work on the skill that was just introduced. And then after that, we kind of break off into different groups or rotations. What that looks like is students working in a small strategy group where they're pulled over to work directly with the teacher in a much smaller setting on the skill that was just presented in the mini lesson. There is also hands-on reinforcement activities going on that time. These are more individualized. Sometimes they're a partner or a small group game where the students are either working on a skill that relates directly to the unit of study, or it is a unit that we spiral back in for that reinforcement purpose from the unit of study that we've already completed. We also do use computer-based programs to reinforce those skills, same as the hands-on activity. It could be directly a skill in the unit we're working on, or we spiral back in a previous concept. The final resource that we use is the math writing binder. These are binders that all three teachers have with specific skill sets related to the Common Core in second grade. This is an independent activity where the students go back to their table and work within these binders on different math concepts that we've covered through second grade. There's some differentiated pieces in here as well, so it allows students to take a concept that we've learned and also take it to the next level. And we also have some where if their students are struggling on a skill, we can bring it down a level. So it's a great resource that we use within the classroom to cater to all students. So what does the unit of study mean in second grade? So the unit of study is the topics that we will be covering. So if you look at the top of the screen, those are our major content areas for the entire year of second grade. We have started in place value and are just wrapping that up. And in second grade, we will also continue on with addition, subtraction, time and money, multiplication and division, which will be new concepts for these students, data measurement, and fact fluency. When you are at home with your student, if you are looking for activities to work on, we strongly encourage fact practice or fact fluency practice 220 for addition and subtraction. We are hoping that all students can recite their math facts up to sums of 20 in a snap. So what we hope is that they can do it with automaticity or very quickly. This is an essential standard for second grade, so this is something that we are hoping all students can do by the end of the school year. You can always practice telling time to the hour, half hour, quarter hour, and of course, always counting those coins and dollar bills. Finally, I just wanted to wrap up by saying that our math program follows the Common Core standards aligned for second grade, plus we sprinkle in a few other topics as well. And our biggest resource to implement this program is our McGraw-Hill My Math series. If you have any questions, please reach out to your child's homeroom teacher. We are here to help, and I hope this gives you a little bit more background on how we work and operate in our math unit. Thank you.
Social studies slides for you. So bear with me as it loads quick. All right. Thank you for hanging with us this far. Hopefully you've been learning a lot about what your kiddos will be learning this year. Okay, so our science resources and curriculum that we use is Project Lead the Way. So your kids have been using this since kindergarten. We have made the full switch, and we are fully now a Project Lead the Way school, and all of our topics and modules are Project Lead the Way now. So starting this year, we have a couple extra, or not extra, but new modules that the kiddos will be introduced to as well. So here are our modules. The first one is Grids and Games, which we are actually working through. We're just finishing up now, and that is all about technology programming. The next one is Changing Earth, and that's all about erosion. Then we have Properties of Matter, Form and Function, Life Cycles and Survival, and then Environmental Changes. If you're not familiar with Project Lead the Way, it allows students to explore scientific concepts through hands-on experiences. Obviously, we're doing that a little different this year considering the circumstances, but the kiddos are still able to use a lot of still have that hands-on experience using different technology and using different materials, but in a safe way. It also allows students to use the design process, which we also utilize these launch logs. So your kids will be bringing these home at the completion of each module. And you can take a look through. We are using some Avid strategies, which you will learn about soon throughout our launch logs, and just to help us with our writing about our learning. But we use the design process in Project Lead the Way. There's just different steps that we follow that the kiddos use to help process and explain their thinking. So we have the ask, explore, model, evaluate, and explain. And so we work through those steps as we complete each module. The kiddos are introduced to a problem in the beginning of the module, and then we learn how to eventually solve, or hopefully solve, that problem by the end. And so we go through that whole design process, and then by the end, we're hopefully able to explain our thinking and show our learning through that process. Another wonderful part of Project Lead the Way is it allows for collaboration with sharing thoughts and ideas. And as we all know, that is so important for all of our little ones to learn. And so that is another beautiful part of how Project Lead the Way is built. Moving on to social studies. The topics we will cover this year through group discussion, our social studies text, as well as the Scholastic News magazines. So we will cover people and places, so talking about community, places near and far, the world and you, just making that connection, ways of living, people at work, also America's past and America's government. And so those are the topics we will cover this year in second grade. We also like to integrate it into our guided reading. So when we meet with our guided reading groups, these might be some topics that our books are about that we choose to share with the kiddos as well.